Hello everyone, and here's a quick overview of magazines for Airsoft. To start, you're going to have something like this that's going to come with every single gun that you ever get, most likely in the box with the gun when you receive it if you buy it new, and that is high cap winding mags. Basically, right here is a latch you will open in most of these magazines. I'm using the M4 variant of a magazine because that is usually the typical airsoft gun that most people start with because it can take the most attachments and the most interchangeable magazines. As you can see here, these are all M4 variant magazines. But to start, this is a high cap winding mag. It can hold about 300 BBs. You fill it in through this latch right here, close the latch, and then you would wind, and there's a spring in there that is going to wind up and build with tension. And you see the BBs will appear here, and the tension will hold about, I would say, 10 to 15 BBs. But once you fire through those, it will fire empty and you have to wind again. These are great starting out because if you're going to play outside or even indoors, they are perfect for holding. You can have two of these and have like 600 BBs right off the bat. Great for a first buy. These can run you about $10 to $20 depending on which variant or style. And that's about it. As you can see, I've got one for almost any M4 or AR variant rifle that I've got for Airsoft. The next step is going to be this high cap with a string that is attached to the actual mechanism, just like the high cap winding mag. This is called a lightning mag. Basically, you would open up the bottom part of the magazine, grab the wire, and you'll pull it, and it will wind for you. It does have a larger spring, and as you can see, it is a larger magazine in total. So, same thing, open the latch, fill it up. Ooh, having a hard time closing it, close it. The BBs will appear here when you wind it, and people like these lightning and or flash mags as they're called because I don't know, you can pull them, and usually this one is a larger mag, so it's technically about 450 BBs. So that's kind of nice. But again, it is a rattling magazine because when you have like 300 BBs in there sitting there, it's going to rattle a lot. But it's another great option if you want a larger capacity magazine, and instead of sitting there winding from the bottom, you can just open it and pull, and it does have a larger spring system, so it can hold about 20 to 30 BBs until it dry fires. Your next step up is going to be mid-cap magazines. Now, as you can see, it looks no different than a high-capacity winding mag, except on the bottom, you can see there's no winding tool, and it doesn't open. As you can see, there's a screw there. It is screwed in. This is also from Lancer Tactical. All these are Lancer Tactical, except for this one, but we'll get to that. And yeah, high cap mag, you can see there's no latch here. You feed the BBs in from the top because there's like a plunger system that will fill through until it is full. This holds about 100 BBs. So this is great if you don't want to hear a bunch of rattling from your gun or on your person if you're carrying magazines. But to get one of these, you're going to need about 3 of these. So if you like reloading periodically, not all the time, these are a great option. You don't get the rattle. They do feed the BBs all the way through. So when you run empty, you actually will go through all 100 BBs instead of having to refill or wind or flash mag pull the string. So these are a great option. But again, just to get one of these high cap winding, you're going to need 3 of these mid caps. Next is just a cool variant of a mid cap. This is also Lancer Tactical, and this is kind of a short mag. This holds about 80 to 100 BBs safely. I would only fill it with about 80 because, as you can see, it is a much smaller variant of a mid cap. But if you want something with a little more style, just because it looks kind of cool, I think it's fantastic. This is an M4 capable magazine, and it can fit in many different rifles, and I'll show you real quick. This is the FN Scar from FN Herstal, and it is the light variant, so it takes M4 mags, and it also takes this magazine. So this is a great variant if you want something a little different, but a little more style to change up your magazine loadout. I think it's cool. Again, no winding capability. You feed it in through the top, and once it's full and good to go. This is also great if you want to have about 3 or 4 of these, because as you can see, it would be a lot easier to package and carry. And this is all plastic. This is all metal. So this will weigh a lot more. This weighs like nothing. This feels like, you know, a pound. This feels like not even like a couple ounces, maybe 4 or 5 ounces. It actually feels really nice. Next, and the last one, is going to be a high cap, mid cap, I guess you would call it that. Yeah, high cap, mid cap. Basically, it just holds more rounds than a typical mid cap because it is much larger, as you can see. And when I say much larger, that's a relative term to whoever wants to. You can make fun of me in the comments. That's cool. Anyway, but this is from G&G. This actually came with my G&G CM18 Mod 1. And it's the same thing. There's no way to get inside there. You can take these magazines apart. You obviously, for this one, you unscrew it. This one, if you push in the middle here, it will pop this off, and you can change the spring out. So you can change different spring tensions or have a shorter or longer spring. Sometimes that can affect how many BBs you can put inside. I don't typically do that unless I need to. These are pretty durable. This one is actually lighter than this because, again, this being full metal, this is similar to this plastic. It's a little more dense plastic. I would say probably some kind of polymer. This one feels a little cheaper. But again, this was only about $15 to $16 on Amazon. And this came with the G&G CM18. And that gun was about $300 total. Or I think $250 to $300. I can't remember. I'll look it up in case anyone wants to know. And this magazine came with it. It's the only one I have that's from G&G. But it fits really well. And again, it's another M4 style magazine. So you can fit in any M4. But whenever there's a specific magazine, I'll say this, that looks like this or has a similar build to this, it usually only fits really well with the rifle it comes with. So this only goes with my G&G AEG. But yeah, that's about it for magazines. Again, this is for just M4s, AR variants, whatever you want to call it, get fancy. These are all great options. They fit with this. These fit with my G&G. These fit with my the Tavor 21 that I have because that takes M4 mags. It fits with the Scar. It fits with my Lancer tactical rifle I have. These are all great options just to get started. These will run you anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20. This will run you about 15 to 20. Mid cap, because it's funny, mid caps are actually, mid caps are very cheap because a lot of people, for some reason, don't like running them, which I understand because you do, again, have to get about 3 or 4 of these to match these guys, just one. So they usually tend to make these cheaper, and you can beat these up. You can throw them around. Like, these are durable, and you'll probably end up going through these, like the springs and stuff, and maybe if you have to reload, you might drop the mag and it might break. It happens. And this is just a great option if you want to have a little more feel and realism to your game. Again, this is Airsoft. We don't have to take it seriously. If this looks cool to you, put it in. If this looks cool to you, use it. Larger magazine, you know, that Call of Duty extended mag crap, you know, go for it. Just have fun. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy, stay soft.